Hi, Abby. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I appreciate you meeting with me today.
Yeah, sorry, I just ate the last chocolate.
That's okay. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Have you been avoiding me a little bit?
No?
Not really been taking my calls.
You call a lot.
I like to check in, like to make sure you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Okay. Things are going okay?
Kinda.
Kinda. Okay. Well, we kind of have a lot to talk about since it's been about a month since we sat down and talked about service plan and things like that. Um, do you want to start with anything before I start? Do you have any updates for
I
me?
just want to say that I'm getting a little tired of this. Sometimes it makes me tired.
These services or me?
All of it.
All of it.
It's just a little intrusive.
Okay. Okay. That's fair, and I appreciate you being honest. Maybe before I leave today, we can talk about how it can be less intrusive or how we can compromise on communication. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. How would you, let's actually start there with this session today. I prefer to communicate on the phone, like talking on the phone. I know some
I
clients.
hate that.
I know. And what if we can compromise on twice a week phone calls and the rest can be via text?
Can the phone calls be short?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Shorter. And then we can communicate longer. Maybe my questions can be like more via text, but I would like to hear your voice and hear how things are going on a phone call. Okay?
Pardon my dog.
That's okay. So let's compromise on that. I will take my phone calls down a notch, maybe only try 2 a week, but I want you to answer, or if you can't answer, just shoot me a text and say, like, hey, I'm at work until this time. I just need you to communicate back. I know that it's frustrating and I know it's overwhelming. So just as long as you're communicating back to me, then I know that you're okay and everything's okay, but you're just at work, or you've had a long day, or you're busy with the boys, or you're at your counseling appointment.
I am really busy.
I know that, and I know that you're in a lot of services. I know you have 2 little kids that take up a lot of time. I completely understand, but it's hard when you shut me out because then I don't know what's going on, and sometimes I think the worst, and maybe that's not the right approach, or maybe not what I should think, but when you shut me out, I start thinking that things aren't going well or that there's a problem.
Valid.
Okay.
I can work on this.
Okay. I can too, and I can too, because I know I call every day, and I know that it's probably a lot, and it's probably stressful. So I will scale back. I will stop calling every day, but I do need you to answer or to call me if you're having a good day and things are going well. Call me.
Okay, and I'll stop ghosting you because I was ghosting you a little bit.
And thank you for admitting that.
Yeah, but you're like kind of pushy, but you care. I get it.
I do care, and I just want you to know that I care. And if you're having a bad day, I want you to be able to tell me. If you're having a good day, I want you to be able to tell me.
Okay.
I'm here to check in, so I know I can be intrusive. Do you want to let her out outside?
It does seem as though she wants to go outside.
You can go ahead and let her out.
Really okay, thanks.
No problem.
Come on, Gert. You're not going to judge me if I let her out there alone, right?
Oh, no. I'm sure she's fine.
It's not like inadequate supervision for dogs, right?
Not.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we got communication hashed out, is there anything else you want to talk about with communication?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's move on to some of your services. I have counseling down first to talk about. I know that you're involved with individual and couples counseling, so let's start with counseling and how that is going. I did talk to your therapist, and she said that you've been making all of your individual counseling, which I'm very proud of you.
I like her.
That's a lot. Good, and that helps. You have to have that connection with your therapist.
Yep.
But it looks like you've been missing almost all of your couples counseling.
Not my fault.
So it's Zach.
Yep.
Zach's not wanting to go.
What's new?
Okay. So what's his, I know he's not here and it's hard to speak for him, but what is his reasoning to not attend these sessions?
He doesn't believe in counseling.
Okay.
That's primarily it.
Okay. And that's hard. So I know you're obviously working on your individual counseling. Are you able to bring any of that back home and work on things, maybe by yourself without a counselor? Are you able to bring any of the things you're learning in counseling home or no?
Sorry, Zach was peeking over Brett.
Oh, that's okay.
Hi, Brett.
He can come talk to us.
Hi. Look, I will say that I like to yell a lot,
Okay.
and counseling is helping me yell a little less, which then helps fights.
Okay.
Helps make sure fights don't happen.
Okay.
So I will
So-
say that that's helping.
Awesome. Have you expressed that to Zach? Like, have you been able to tell Zach, like, look, this is helping me? Maybe he doesn't believe in counseling, and I know you were a little skeptical at first, but I'm hearing that it's working for you. So are you able to, like, communicate that to him, or is that hard?
Yeah, I can communicate that to him, and he's kind of like, good for you,
Right,
but I don't
right.
really need to work on anything.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm gonna schedule an appointment to talk to Zach because part of our service plan does require that Zach attend these couple counseling sessions, and I know that's not on you, and I'm not here to, talk to Zach through you, is what I'm trying to say. So I will set up an appointment to talk to Zach one-on-one and kind of get his side of things. It
Good
was just a
luck.
little disappointing to hear her say, I think you guys made one session in the past 6 months.
I feel her 100%.
Okay. So I will reach back out to her, kind of let her know what we've talked about, and then I do want to talk to Zach. But again, I want to go back. I'm really proud of you for making all of those sessions. I think she said you missed one or two and you let her know. I think one of the boys was sick and you had something come up. So I appreciate you communicating with her and attending those because I know that takes a lot of time and effort to make those work and to go consistently.
Yeah, and I could text her when I missed my appointment, so telling you, love the texting. Love
Well,
it.
that's great.
Mhm.
Well, you don't. I'm just gonna say you don't really text me either. You don't call or
Busted.
text. That's okay. We're working on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving on to parenting. So
I have a question.
yeah.
So what happens if, like, sometimes I want Zach to... Did my dog distract you?
Mhm.
Do you want me to let it in?
Yeah.
Her. She's a girl.
Yeah. Why don't we let her?
Okay,
in,
I'll
just
be
so
right back.
she's not running around out there.
Don't call ASPCA on me. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay, my question is, sometimes I want Zach to go away and sometimes I want him to stay. Yeah, that's really healthy. I get it. However, if he's staying and he's not doing what he needs to do and I'm doing what I need to do, what does that mean? Do I get in trouble?
I mean, yes. Yes and no, I should say. When we first sat down, when all of this started 6 months ago, we explained that if you guys are going to stay together, you both have to complete the services that are being recommended. You both agreed to that. We started, with the service plan, and now we're here, and one person is making, you're making
That's me.
great improvement. You're doing all the things that we're asking you to do. And Zach is, I feel, I have seen change in Zach. I really have. He's attending some of these sessions with me. You're saying that you're seeing a change, so I am, but he's not doing the services that we've recommended. So that is a problem.
That Brett, he's distracting.
That's okay. But I will talk to Zach more about that when we meet, kind of his side of things and what that looks like. I'm not here to tell you to stay with Zach or to leave Zach. That's not my place. That's just not at all my place. But I want to go back to, we all agreed that we would complete these services and that we were going to stay together. Things can change, and if you decide that you guys are going to go your separate ways, then that's fine. But the service plan is going to essentially split into two then, and you're going to still have to do your services, and he'll still have to do his services.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I hope you have a stern conversation
We
with
will.
him.
I will have a good conversation with Zach. I just kind of want to see where he's at with all of these things and just
Me
see,
too.
see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds great.
All right. So on to parenting. So that it looks like. Let me look at my notes here. It looks like you have one more session, or did you already complete that one?
One more.
One more.
Can't wait.
That is awesome. How did it go? Did you enjoy it? Did you learn anything? Was it frustrating?
Look, I was personally victimized and offended that you thought I needed parenting, but then I did parenting and then I thought, okay, fine. I'm like learning stuff, so you're not wrong.
And let me go back, and know I've already said this, but I took the parenting course also, and I felt the same way. I don't think I need this. I think I'm a good parent. However, I took things away from it, things that I maybe wouldn't have normally done. So I've learned plenty of things too.
There's Josh.
Can you go in the other room? Thank you. Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry about that. We have a friend over today.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
So parenting. I Took it as well. I felt the same way. I don't need this. I know how to be a parent. However, I took many things out of that parenting class. Either the way that I was like speaking to my children for their age level. I feel like that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I took away from it the most is I'm talking to my 4-year-old like she's 8, and that's not fair. So I learned how to kind of change the way I was speaking to my kids. So I didn't expect you to come away from this class and learn all of the things. That's really not. I just wanted you to take truly anything away from it, anything to help you and Zach parent the boys better.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm into it.
Okay. So one more class, and you're
That's
done
it.
with that. We can cross that off the list. That is so
God
awesome.
bless America.
Any questions on parenting?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
I guess I want to say, once you're done, your teacher will send me the certificate, and then I can close that part of the service plan out, which means I can put you successfully completed it.
That's awesome.
That is done. So that's one huge section of your service plan that we can close out and be done with. So that really is awesome. The next portion of your service plan is on your employment. So again, when we started this 6 months ago, part of the service plan was to stay employed, and
Nailed it.
you're still employed.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to verify that because I don't want to be intrusive.
I am.
Awesome. So all I need from that is your last couple pay stubs just to show that you are employed.
Do you want me to give those to you right now?
Sure. Just so you don't have to, thank you. Just so I don't have to call. I don't want to have to call and be intrusive.
I appreciate that because it's embarrassing.
Oh, for sure. So that's from last week. So you're clearly
Yeah.
still employed.
I made some bank last week.
How's it going?
A lot of overtime. It's almost Christmas.
That's great, though.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you. 6 months is a long time. Is it 6 months or 7 months?
7.
7 months.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Awesome.
Happy anniversary.
How are things going though? Are you making any like friends? I know that's not a part of work, but it is a part of work. You work with these people every day.
I like one person.
Okay.
Those girls are kind of assholes.
Okay.
A little bit.
One is better than none.
I'll take it.
I will take it too. And is it a healthy relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little loud.
Oh,
so it kind of annoys me sometimes. It's healthy. She's like positive and stuff. So
good. And she's not using or one of those friends.
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
Well, that's good. Do you guys hang out outside of work or just a work friend?
I went to the park with her once with her kids. She didn't use that day, so
great.
I don't have any evidence to think she's using.
Well, good. Does she know about your past?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she still
doesn't judge me.
That's awesome.
That's right.
That is really great. Any questions on employment on the service plan?
What happens if I were to get fired? Not that I'm going to, but what are you going to do?
Let's say you do get fired. I would sit down with you, help you build your resume back up, and get that sent out as soon as possible. Oh, yeah. I mean, I want you to continue to be employed. If you get fired or you lose that job or you leave that job, whatever, I'm going to help you find another one, and we'll do whatever we can to make sure you're not unemployed, because that is part of your service plan. I mean, the boys need you to be working. Zach needs you to be working. So, but again, something you need to be honest with me about. If that does happen, just be honest, and I can help you move forward. If you keep that from me, that's something that's going to kind of throw a wrench into...
Hey, I got fired yesterday.
Abby, what happened?
I just didn't go a couple times.
Okay. So,
sorry.
That's okay. You don't have to apologize to me. So, what's your plan? Do we have a plan for employment?
I didn't have a plan.
Okay. That's okay.
I don't know how to build a resume.
Well, let's set up a time to meet tomorrow. I'm assuming you have time tomorrow.
I guess I do, because I'm unemployed.
Well, you can come to my office tomorrow. We can use my work computer. We can get it printed off. We can look on Indeed.
Do I have to wear a mask?
No, absolutely not.
I'm over it.
We can look online. Let's set like a couple hours aside so we can really work on that resume and get some stuff sent out, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for being honest. I really appreciate that.
Was hard.
I bet it was. I bet it was. But I'm not, I mean, it is what it is, right? Need to move forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me put you on the schedule for tomorrow. All right. Can you come in around like 10 a.m.?
Can we do like 10:15?
Sure. 10:15. I'm going to block off until like after lunch. So, make sure you block off some time for me.
Okay.
Awesome. And you know where my office is.
Yeah, do you have a gas card?
Sure. To get to the office?
Yep.
Sure. I'll get one before I leave today, okay?
Can you give me like 2, do you think?
How about we start with one to get you there tomorrow?
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it once you're there
I
tomorrow.
just figured I'd ask.
I get it.
Do you guys have like pull-ups there too?
For Josh?
Yeah.
Or for Brett? For Brett.
For Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me tomorrow when we're at the office, though,
Okay, deal.
And we can talk about anything else that you might need. Okay?
Yeah.
Is Zach still employed?
Yes, and I really mean that.
Okay. Zach's employed. Awesome. I'm just going to write that down, make a note of that so I can add it to the service plan.
Okay, deal.
All right. Last goal on your service plan is your substance abuse classes. How are those going? I left a message with your counselor, but she didn't call me back, so I don't have anything to go off of other than what you told me today. But do know I am going to check in with her probably tomorrow, so being honest.
Well, she's going to tell you that I've missed like one.
Okay.
But really just one.
Okay. I'm going to write this down and verify with her tomorrow.
You don't trust me?
No, I do. I'm just telling you I am going to talk to her.
Fine.
So you missed
That's
one.
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I missed one.
All right. How's it going though? How are your sessions going?
I, don't super like it very much.
Why?
Because I'm in IOP
Mm-hmm.
and all of the people that I used to use with are in IOP. So it's like a reunion.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Are you using your sponsor as a support?
Not as much as I should be.
How come?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just feel tired all the time.
I get that. But she's there for that reason. For when you leave a meeting and you're like, hey, so-and-so was there today. It was really hard to see them. That's the last person I used with, or what have you, whatever is the situation. Calling her and having her kind of like talk you back off that ledge is really important. And I know I talked to her, I'm trying to think, I talked to her a couple weeks ago and she said she really hadn't heard from you, but she wasn't really concerned that she hadn't heard from you. And she's kind of giving you some space. So just know she is still there waiting for your phone call, but she's trying to
Give me
not
some
smother
space.
you. Yes.
What a nice girl.
Only one person can smother you at a time.
That's you.
Yeah. So she was great though. She said that she was checking the logs at the NA and AA meetings. So I do have that she said you've been attending those at least weekly. How are those going? The NA AA.
They're a little better than IOP.
Okay.
Just like the littlest bit better. But it's
Okay.
kind of depressing.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Same thing there. I mean, she'll go to those meetings with you. It'd be great to have a buddy, wouldn't it?
I should probably ask her, yeah.
For sure. I think she would. And I would be willing to go to those meetings with you
Okay.
if you need a buddy. I'll go.
Game on.
Okay. So
You could learn a lot.
I know that I could. So
Okay.
text me, call me, and I'll go
I'll
with
text
you.
you because I like texting.
I know you do. So keep that in mind. Me and your sponsor can go with you to the meetings. I obviously can't go with you to IOP, but the only, I guess, advice I can give you is to reach out to your sponsor. I think she can go to IOP with you, and if not, she can at least meet up with you right after IOP to kind of really talk about what happened or why you're feeling the way you are, or talk about, who's in that class that's really triggering to you or bringing back memories.
Stuart.
Well,
Yep.
I think that you really should.
Yeah.
Do you know how many more sessions you have of IOP?
I think I have 12.
12 more? Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
That's like a month. Is that right?
I mean, it really is.
I'm bad at math.
It really is like a month, maybe a week more than a month, 5 weeks. I think you'll
That
be.
sounds awful.
No, I think you're doing really well, and I appreciate the honesty that it's a little hard. Is the instructor at least positive, and you're kind of getting?
He's a little old, but
Okay.
he's kind of cool.
Okay. All right. Okay. My advice on the substance abuse classes, IOP. Reach out to your sponsor before and after class, even if you just debrief her in the parking lot for 5 minutes after class. I know you don't want to talk on the phone, but I do think verbalizing and getting that out will really help you be able to go in with a positive mindset. You're not there to talk to those people. You're not there to make friends. You're
right.
You're there to listen to that, that day's session and walk away with what they're teaching in that session. You're not there to talk to those people. And if it helps, I can talk to her about you getting there right when it starts and you being able to leave maybe 5 minutes early so you're not stuck talking to people before class and after class.
That would be so helpful.
Okay, let me talk to her about that. I've done that with some other people before, and it's really made a huge difference being able to leave a little early, even like 2 minutes early, so you're out of the parking lot before you have to make conversation with these
Love
people.
it.
Okay, I think that's really all I had today. I just wanted to go through your service plan. I do want to make our appointment for 10 o'clock tomorrow to talk about the employment and build that resume. Hi, bud.
Brett has a key. Ooh.
Oh, you have the keys. Go take it to your sister. No. So we're on for 10 tomorrow. Does that work?
Yes.
Okay, 10 tomorrow. Work on the resume.
I don't dread working with you as much as I always think I do when you're not here.
Well,
That was a
thank you.
compliment.
That was really nice of you, Abby. Any questions about today?
I don't think so. I just have a lot of work to do.
You do, but you're doing great, and I want you to know I'm really proud of you. You have a lot on your plate, and you're doing a really good job.
Thanks.
You really are.
Isn't my kid cute?
He is cute.
You're cute.
All right. Well, I will see you tomorrow at 10.
Okay, sounds great.
Thank you.
Wait, 10:15.
10:15. I
10:15.
have it written down. 10:15.
I'll be late if you count me out for 10.
See you then.
Mm-hmm.